What's going on, everybody? It is Chris Classic. Long time no see. I got some announcements that I will be dropping tomorrow. This is a car vlog. I'm currently at work. About to be in there shortly. Before I go on, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a like, a comment. I comment back. Make sure you check out the website, c3ultimatewrestling.com. Also, C3 Ultimate Wrestling YouTube page. I dropped all the matches from Kingdom Come, the show that happened July 30th. It was a wonderful show. Make sure you check that out as well. CM Punk loses to Jonathan Moxley in less than 4 minutes. Some say it's 3. Hey. So basically, people were saying that it was a squash, and it was this and that, and buried and all of that stuff. So I made videos about what squashing and what a burial is. Him losing that low, regardless of how I didn't want to see the match, or I don't even want to see it at all out, it does not hurt CM Punk's stock at all. And I think what the internet does is, I think that they just be like, okay, well, if you lose in less than a certain amount of time, then you're buried, or you're a joke, or you can't be taken serious. But like, if you look at other sports where people get knocked out or they can't continue and stuff like that, sometimes they do get laughed. Sometimes they do be considered washed and stuff like that. But that doesn't really mean that it hurts his stock or anything like that. If anything, one positive out of the whole situation is that people are curious to see what happened. They have so much stuff to work with. Oh, he wasn't healed all the way. His foot still hurts. Backstage politics. He might become a heel. You have a whole bunch of aspects that leaves from this, even if the match was long. But this makes people raise an eyebrow. Like I said, I don't want to see this match. I didn't want to see the match, whatever like that. But it doesn't mean it hurts Punk. You know, if anything, it solidifies Moxley as a 2-time AEW champion. You know, y'all heard me say how I feel about Moxley or whatever like that. And regardless, people need to realize, even when they put him as an interim champion, I don't think they should have did it. But from a business standpoint, I see why they did it. I mean, he still has residue from WWE. And when I say that, I mean, some people still know who he is. And, you know, we could sit here and we could talk about WWE this and WWE that, and I hate this and I hate that. But at the end of the day, and it's a lot of independent companies too, and then Impact as well, they book these guys, or they bring these guys in because they can bring views. They can bring money. They can bring revenue and stuff like that. Moxley at one point, besides Jericho, was one of the biggest guys at AEW when he debuted. You know, they actually did a great job with how they did it. So, you know, I'm not a fan of him bleeding everywhere and doing all this extra other stuff that he don't need to do. But at the same time, he still draws. He's still a popular character. As far as the Punk thing goes, it's a million things. You know, we all know that he's going to get the belt back. He may get it at All Out. Maybe he needs to heal more. You have a lot of wrestlers that wrestle hurt. I mean, Omega was wrestling in an Under Armour long sleeve. So, you know, I know a lot of luchadors wrestle like that, but, you know, and he was out of breath and stuff. Sometimes people power through it. You know, Cody had a torn pec and continued the match, couldn't do anything worse. Still was a gnarly sight. So that kind of stuff happens. So, you know, this was kind of like a video I made when Bianca Belair went against Becky Lynch at SummerSlam of 2021. And Becky came back, punched her, gave her the manhandle slam. I hate that. I hate she calls it that. And she won. You know, it didn't really make Bianca laughing stock. It contributed to a wonderful story, and that story led all the way up to WrestleMania, and then even having matches at SummerSlam, the rematch a year later. It worked well. So, regardless how anybody feels about Punk, especially with everything backstage, it's laughable because people been talking about this, but people just catching on. He's a great storyteller. I mean, the match he had with MJF, the rematch and all of that stuff. Like, he is a good storyteller. He can sell a fight. You know, he can really sell a fight. So that's the thing. You know, you can see him coming in either Rampage or next week. I gave my all. I'm not a quitter. Blah, blah, blah. You know, you can flip that so many ways. That's just me as a work of thinking. and he can flip it. So now you either go for the he's washed up or you go for the sympathy path. And that's one thing I like about wrestling. And it's not even just AEW, it's WWE. You don't know who's going to debut. You don't know who's coming back. Oh, I thought this person was signed to AEW. Oh, what happened? All these people. Now it's bringing back an aspect to wrestling that has been missing for a long time. And that's unpredictability. You get what I'm saying? Most of us would have put money down that Punk would have won, even if it was yesterday or at All Out. And look at what happened. All of these wrestlers that are coming back, all of these wrestlers fighting and doing stuff, all these wrestlers making independent things. Wrestling is becoming unpredictable again. I can't say how long it'll last, but it is. So that's a good thing. As far as Punk losing in the last minutes, it is a shocker. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'll get over it. No, it is a shocker because he's only had one loss, and that was to MJF, who cheated. And then now he won, Moxley doing a fight headbutt thing or whatever like that. That's like a part of his character. And took, what is it? He calls it a Death Rider or whatever. And it took him out. And Punk selling his face after the match, looking in disappointment. Oh my gosh, I lost. I couldn't do this and that. It all works out. So regardless if you like it or not, it got people talking. It doesn't hurt CM Punk's stock. People are going to have an opinion regardless. Even if Punk would have won, you had people complain about that or it shouldn't have been this long or, And I'm saying I don't even want to see the match. So I ain't going to lie to you, different strokes for different folks. But as far as it is, it's curious. I'm curious because Punk is a very good storyteller. He can draw emotion out of the crowd. He can bring emotion out of himself and stuff like that. And we'll see where it goes. Hopefully, if Punk needs to heal, hopefully he heals more, gets more time. Hopefully MJF come back and takes it from Moxley. I know they fought before, but, I just want MJF back. This will be a great time for him to come back because everything is unpredictable. Not everything, but a lot of stuff is unpredictable. So we'll see where it goes from there. Just wanted to drop a video about it real quick because everybody else has their opinion. I wanted to put mine out there. So make sure if you like the video, if you want to comment, please comment. I comment back. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the websites and everything. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home. God bless.